get around that one later. Okay, so please don't post that. No. So let's go kicking off this. This year is going to be a cool game. If you haven't noted, anybody here have not seen this game live before? It's okay. Raise your hand if you haven't. We're going to explain the game anyways because it's really cool. Because some people are kind of shy and didn't raise their hand. So to help explain what's going on with this awesome game, we have. This is called the airship. This airship is being fed from the boiler. The lights show the fuel being loaded into the airship. The students are collecting gears. What they're doing with these gears is they need them, get them to the airship. And the reason they want them to the airship is so that the airship moves. And then over here, you have to have these fuel balls that will help you on this program because you got to load up the boiler with the fuel balls. Then in the last 30 seconds, what happens next is the teams are going to hear a buzzer. The mothership, or not actually the mothership, the airship's going to drop the ropes. The minions, the little minions, are going to climb the ropes in hopes by the end to be able to fly off with the mothership and be first across the finish line. But before we go to that next step, how many students saw the game update 20? Game update 20 came out. Okay, so game update 20 is they found that they're starting to use the ropes have been really bad. They've been breaking, so they've decided to go with the ropes that are guaranteed. So now you got to be careful. So teams, you may want to update your robots to capture the new rope requirement. So it's the new FRC ropes, the ones that already come with the game. You need to use those. Okay, so the other thing we need to think about is here we have Washington. Is there anybody, before we get to Washington, is there anybody from Oregon? Let's hear it. There's one from Oregon. Anybody from Canada? Let's hear it. Oh, guess what? We have a Washington State district right here. So it's one-on-one. It's a state. So we're all fighting for this to make it to the champs as be part of that Pacific Northwest champs, district champs. But it's right here in Washington. It's a state. This is a state district. So this is going to be really cool to see how this goes. Wait a minute. This just in from our mothership. They just radioed and they have some news for us. So the founder of FIRST, Mr. Dean, came in. His distinguished advisor, Mr. Woody Flowers, and the president of FIRST. Let's hear it for Don Bosey.
Creative design and gracious professionalism in FIRST teamwork. But first, let's thank the folks who got you here.
The mentors, sponsors, suppliers, parents, and a big thanks to all the volunteers and team members for making this another great season. FIRST works because of your dedication, support, and determination.
FIRST also works, Don, because our teams work so hard to set themselves up for a successful future. They're in the game.
Each week, competition reveals another lineup of amazing robot designers. You continue to impress with your creative design solutions. And over the course of the season, I'll bet you learn as much about yourself and teamwork as you do about your robot.
But now it's time to fuel the boilers,
Make some steam,
And launch the airships.
FIRST Steamworks is cleared for takeoff.
Have a great flight.
All right. Nice. Well, they're great guys. They do a great job putting this whole program together for us. And there's others that are really helping us hold this program together that we want to recognize before we kick off this amazing event. They're led by this amazing guy. He's like always absent, and I never see him much, and it's great to see him here. I want to introduce the judge advisor, Mr. Kevin Reed. Where's he at? Stand up, Kevin Reed. And his judges, stand up. Give a big wave to the crowd. A lot of these folks are professionals in their and they're what they do for a living. They do business, they're engineers, they're teachers, they have a list of amazing stuff that these people do. And they take time out for their weekend so that they can hear how awesome you guys have done and what you're doing to make your life even better what it is than today. And I'm really thankful to have these judges here. These are the great group that's here. There's another person here. When he said he was going to retire, I thought, uh-oh, we're going to lose one of the better head referees. So I want to introduce Mr. Mike York and his referees. That's you guys. And then safety is one of the first key things that we have going on in here. And Underwriter Laboratories does an awesome job of bringing up somebody or paying for somebody to come up and take care of and check things out for us. And I want to introduce Mr. Bob Yang, who's the head lead safety guy. And then, are there any safety captains in here? Yeah. All right, so safety captains, this is your homework here from the Auburn event that I'm giving you. I want you to go back to your team. You're going to hopefully you already have it. You're going to put together an emergency evacuation location meeting place with your team, because something happens. Life realities happen. And if there's an emergency to happen, you need to make sure your team meets in a same place, so someone isn't like on the other side. Because remember, to get over here, you had to walk the green mile, right? So if one's over at the other end of the green mile, you're going to want to make sure that your team all gets together and they'll be able to check things off. So again, safety captains, that's your homework. Please put that together with your team to make sure everything is cool. All right, students. How many students here have applied for a FIRST scholarship? Really? 35 teams, and only a couple people have applied for 35 scholarships. Okay, mom and dads, there is $50 million out there for these students. 3 hours of work. You could go to college for 4 years and possibly get a full ride. 3 hours of work. Since I didn't hear anything, I want you students, as you see me, to come up to me and say, I applied for this scholarship. That's your homework to me. Yes, there's going to be a lot of people talking to me, I hope. But I want to hear, I applied for this scholarship. So students, that's for you, because I know as a parent who has student bills from my 2 kids that I would really like to get a raise. So it's really important, students. Make your parents proud and happy. Because remember, if mom and dad are happy with money, they like to share it. Hint. Okay. With that, let's roll this video to see what's happened and how you too can help.
This is the story of invention. Sudden creation of something never before imagined. A marvel that changes our understanding of what is possible. Behind every new beginning is the spark of inspiration. An idea brought to life by the stirring in someone's heart. The dreams of today are but visions of tomorrow, blossoming in young minds. Minds that will one day solve problems that have challenged us for centuries. Minds that already brim with promise. We are FIRST, and we are here to open doors for great minds. FIRST participants and alumni gain access to our network of hundreds of providers and millions of dollars in scholarship money, available exclusively to FIRST participants around the world. With our support, hundreds of thousands of young minds have launched themselves onto exciting and fulfilling paths that will one day change the world. You've already taken the first step. Let us help you find out how much farther the road goes.
All right, so students, apply. And while we're clapping, keep in mind, there's some folks out here that have been working really hard since at least by the first weekend of January. I want to recognize these mentors, our coaches, our parents, our grandparents, our aunts, our uncles, and our brothers and sisters who haven't seen us for the last 10 weeks. And we want to give them a hand for putting in the time to help us make this a great, positive time. And keep in the back of the mind, there's some of those coaches and mentors that actually run junior first LEGO League teams, first LEGO League teams, and then first Tech Challenge teams, and the first Robotics Challenge, or first Tech competition. Challenge competition, I get them mixed up. Okay, I'll move forward. Okay, so with that thanking of those, let's do a little bit of this. Let's get everybody to stand up. Come on, everybody stand up. Oh, you do too, judges. You got to stand up. All right? And you're going to remove your hats. We're ready for the national anthem. All right. All righty. As the teams make their way up to the controls, I want to introduce the game announcer. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Brett Warchman.
What's happening, Auburn? Good to see you this morning.